Hello, Frank. Sorry about that. I guess I'll find you in the comments afterwards. Salut, Romuald. Hello, Thomas. Thomas, thank you for your unfledging support. Salut, Nick. Hello, Marcos. Hello, Dom. Hello, Rutan. Rufan. Salut, Jim. Hello, Roberto. What an abrupt little ending for a very, very cheap record, as often is the case. Hello, ça va? Hello, Sean. Salut, Nico. So, hello, and hope everyone is having a good holiday. Just wanted to start with some energy, and now with quite the opposite. First, an old EP by The Soft Moon, who a few of you might know. Their albums got quite popular in the late 2000s, early 2010s, especially 2010s, yeah. But this EP is quite different from what they did after, which was kind of the same, more of the same, but more rock. I guess this is rock, but without guitars, which is fine by me. And yeah, they got kind of lost into like, what do people want? But this early EP, really, really, really strong. Total Decay. Salut Clatubar. Salut Pinap. Moin, Stéphane. Hey San Michael. So yeah, I got to work quite a lot this week with the competitions, the ongoing competitions, for which quite a few of you partook, either directly in the comment section of the previous stream or directly private messaging me on Instagram, on Ko-fi, wherever. Salut, bordel de merde, ouais. Big Star, Fred. So now we're actually listening to a French record. A record I just got, I'm still getting into. Roland Hollinger. Roland Hollinger, he did 2 early LPs that are quite interesting, fascinating, ambient, on the cusp of being new age, which would be an issue, which would be a problem for me. He also did a library soundtrack that is decent, and this album is still super cheap. I don't think anyone really rates him too much. He's a straight up proper composer who studied avant-garde, so it's quite it's always interesting to me to figure out the mindset that may take someone from the conservatory to stuff like that, more new agey, obviously. And this is from I don't remember when this is from. I guess probably the early 80s. Let's see. Oh yeah, mid 80s, 86, which kind of, as you can hear, I wouldn't say the synthesis on the keyboard sounds here is extremely forward thinking. But here he says, the song of the leaves, like christening water, purified our faces and our whole bodies, swayed gently to these white sounds, breezes before the storm. Or in French, le chant des feuilles, comme une eau baptismale, purifiait nos visages et nos corps tout entiers, vibrait doucement de ces sons blancs, des souffles d'avant l'orage. Yeah, it's these kind of records that have this kind of purity that can be a bit too much sometimes, but I like it. Guten Abend, Anes. Ah là là, je te dirai ça, Pinap. J'ai pas eu encore le temps d'écouter, mais c'est prévu, c'est dans la pile. So I still managed to get a few records this week since last week, surprisingly, and yeah, there's quite a few there that I'm pretty happy, as they are. One is really new to me, and the others are completing like ongoing quests. Some of Roland Hollinger's records are actually are not easy to get and not cheap, but this one still is. And I would recommend to listen to it before, but yeah, by the way, the insert of the Soft Moon, as you can see, very industrial rock, whatever, was a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, let's let the Roland Hollinger bleed into the next track a little, so you get an idea how different it can sound. Which is not huge differences between tracks, but yeah, kind of. Et ouais, exactement. Au moins ça rime en français. Yeah, I remember there was this compilation, Yazos, I think, that came out like, 10 years ago or so? That was quite huge, quite influential, and since then, like, yeah, it is a confusion and convenient market. Yeah. Hello, Peter, nice to see you. Yeah, kind of, but not totally trolling, right? Was it that that offensive? Ah, yeah, I remember I did a joke with you as well, but yeah. Il y a des fortes chances, vu le nom. The most impactful album of 2023, but I can tell you for sure that the one from the year before, that was released about a year before in late December, since it had ongoing appeal to me, was the Phil Niblock red box set on Bloomer. But this year, it's a bit early to say, but I would say there's a record I've been listening online quite a lot, and I'm getting it soon, thanks to my friend Ryan, who got a bunch of records for me on my behalf, or who's centralizing some of my purchases, and it's actually an R&B album. I know people will be disappointed, but other than that, I have to think about it. There's been a bunch of really good Alvanotto records. I'll play some more soon, because it took me a while to. I got some that I didn't play right away because I wasn't yet sure what to play from these. Now I'm talking about new music, because of course I was so happy with the Techno Animal 4 LP package. My Cooper, yeah. Max Cooper. I know. I don't remember his music now. I think it's. I'm not sure, but my Cooper I love. Yeah, Malo Morley was good, really good. And now, like, I really tend to favor these albums that reveal themselves over time, that you don't get in one go. Malo Morley is one of these records. This is why also I don't do my best of the year listings in December or in January. I'm still late for my 2021, which will come soon. Hello, Marcela. Yeah, for me it's too gentle, but I like it. I tend to like it. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Tad Cactus. I'll be talking a little bit about the contest from last week, because it was interesting. Wait, let me just put another record on the track. Oops. Alright, so this is not the one I wanted to play right away, but I wanted to play it, the next one. Sorry. Yeah, I was a bit too chatty now, huh? Another a record absolutely massively influential that you can still find on the cheap. But what was I saying?
Because I can kill. She's unreal.
The devil,
and she
he was
must
there to
die.
accomplish
Yeah,
the
Nurse
devil's
is really-
will. He is the son of man.
He is the Son of God. He is the evidence of God. He is the victim of God.
It is not a Nurse Suzanne record, but it is a Nurse Suzanne painting.
Make me feel that I can hold a knife. I feel I can hold a guitar. I feel I can play. I feel I can hold a guitar. He gave me love. He gave me love. I feel I can. Have I heard this song before? He is the Son of God. He is the evidence of God. I feel like it never came. I feel I can hold a guitar. I know I can.
It's a little bit complicated to plan this one, but I don't see really me doing anything different than usual.
I know I can.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We are.
Actually, I
He is me. We are. Have I heard this song before? No. This man himself gave me the sun. He gave me love. It never came to me.
this is a record that if I was Mazzy, I would say you need to have this. And maybe some of the lucky winners of last week and this week's contest will get a copy of this. Cheers, Steve. Hello, I'm the dead. You know it. Nico knows this, of course. Okay. I don't think I remember this one. Not too much. Dave Brubeck doesn't do anything to me. Oh, that's really, really cool. No, not to kill a sunrise. But maybe we'll listen to Kill a Sunrise. Yeah, that's what we'll listen to. Sing me a song of Song Mai. I love this title. The intro of this was sampled by a very, very influential 90s electronic music album. Maybe, let's hear it. I think it's a good question. Let me ponder about that. Maybe we should do that. Start a label and reissue Herman Mix. Yeah, it's heavy. Hello, Angela. Well, I'm not sure because I think it's kind of a budget release, but I don't remember. I've never seen another pressing of this. That one is in my top 10 of the best records of that year, which is coming soon. Well, he did more than a few, and I played quite a few, and hopefully more. Oh yeah. Finada, which I believe was also financed by Columbia University. Hello Ryan, nice to see you. Yeah, and maybe less so now. I think people had no idea what that was for the longest time. First, okay, it's a Freddie Hubbard record. Yeah, okay, but he was not like top name until recently, maybe. And Ilan Mimaroglu, only people who were really into avant-garde electronic music. Ilan Mimaroglu is a Turkish composer who started out in Turkey before he emigrated to the US, where he became head of the music department at the Columbia University. I'm not sure. One of the big ones. Yeah, Columbia. Yeah. And he produced a bunch of records of his own on Folkways and on Finada, and also produced other modern composers. He was a very, very good and loud recording technician. Salut Chris. Maybe I was watching the stream with Peter earlier, and with questions like your biggest flop of the year. There was a record that I had instantly in my must-buy list, and I ended up like quite easily discarding it, which was surprising to me. So I'll play some music from the two people involved in that recording that probably a few of you have at least stumbled upon. And I fully expected it to be like one of the stunning achievements of this year. It was actually released on cassette last year, but was released on vinyl this year. Oh yeah. Yeah, and his stuff with Jean Dubuffet. So on this, it's a composition by Freddie Hubbard with Ilan Mimaroglu taking more than half of the credits. Sing Me a Song My, a fantasy for electromagnetic tape featuring Freddie Hubbard and his quintet, with reciters, chorus, string orchestra, Hammond organ, synthesized and processed sounds composed and realized by Ilan Mimaroglu, on poems by Fazil, Usnu, Daglarka, and other texts. So it's even more actually Ilan Mimaroglu record. And it does look like a budget record, doesn't it? Hello, Liam.
This is combat. From land to
we
sky.
just started. People, David.
Burn
hello,
me.
by the way. I think it's the first time I
Burn
see you.
me, if you like.
Oh, 24 minutes in. Okay, yeah. Maybe we deserve more.
But don't burn the forest that shelters me.
And by the way, thank you so much, everyone, for last week. It was really fun, and a lot of people left very nice tips in the coffee jar in the description, the link up in the description of the video. That was really helpful for the few next streams.
Burn my sky, burn my nights, if you like. But don't burn my prize. Cow.
Timeless Records. All right. Oh yeah, I know the ones now. Yeah. Stalaga. No, Stalag. No, I don't.
This is
Hello,
combat,
Mark.
I know. Burn my heart,
Well, if it's a promo, yeah,
burn my
but yeah,
nose,
yeah.
if you like.
But I think there is
But don't burn
probably one version of this
my rice
with
paddy.
the Picasso Guernica artwork taking the whole cover. I might be wrong about that. Ooh. Kind of does at times. It goes from jazz to avant-garde, experimental, a bit like a Bassett Kirsch soundtrack for a Hammer movie. I'm not sure I'll open up.
Which is to say that there are no more individuals, but only specimens.
I've done that a fair amount of time, Rufan. See, the Atlantic 75. That's a record that should have been there, huh? So I have to catch up with you now. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. Very good idea. Hey, son. Yeah, it is a sort of silver foil indeed. Bonsoir, Christophe. Not really yet. I might, depending on how warm it gets. So what am I playing right now? I'm playing Ryan Trinor, who in the past few years has been the biggest revelation for me in terms of dance music. He turned out to be the son of Mark Fell, Mark Fell of SND, who's playing right now. Ryan Trinor, still screen cover. And him and his dad, who's doing this music, hyper digital aesthetic, really are some of my ongoing the kind of music that I look the most forward to in electronic dance music whenever they have something new out. And they did a double LP this year. So I thought, like, this is a no-brainer, this is going to be the best thing ever. And it was more experimental music concrète, collage, field recordings. And it was fairly disappointing to me. Because basically, I love them for what they do, what they bring that is new. But when they try to do something a little outside of their comfort zone, you might say, well, it could be great, but it turned out to be pretty average. Nothing special. Like, I can pull out so many musique concrète records that are 1,000 times more dangerous than what they did. When this music for me is pretty dangerous, actually. Thank you, Marius. Marius just left a tip in the coffee jar. Merci beaucoup. This is from a compilation, a box set from a festival. Like, it's a cloth-bound cover. I don't know if you can see it. Very beautiful, with some amazing talent. Ele, Radiant, Maria Radke, Farben, Doppler Effect, Thomas Kunner, Matmos, and SND. They did 1,000 copies of this, which is kind of insane. But yeah, it was interesting compilation. This is not maybe the absolute #1 track from SND, in my opinion, but it's one SND track that is pretty good, and I like the kind of stubbornness in this music. And so last week, one of the contests that was supposed to go on throughout the week was me asking the people who have supported the channel to send me a list of 5 albums from the 80s, and I would pick up the one that I feel is the most powerful. What was interesting to me is that throughout the people who sent me the list, a few records and names emerged, which was, in my opinion, quite a good picture of the 80s. And I thought, like, I'll play 3 records, 3 artists, like the 3 artists that were cited the most by you guys as essential artists of the 80s. And it was pretty cool, since 2 of them have most of their most relevant body of work in the 80s. And actually the 3. But so Ryan Trinor and Mark Fell, SND, are masters of this, like, digital sounding music that they make sound quite alive. And when they entered a world that was a little more organic, well, they disappointed me. Looking for the next record. Yeah, that's the sort of mixtape that Ryan Trino or Mark Fell album actually. Well, I hope you like it more than me. Maybe I'll warm up to it. Unless they did a new one, maybe. So what do you guys would think would be the three most 80s representative of the 80s bands for people who hang out here? I think it was pretty spot on actually throughout like the average values of everything. Oh! Okay, I was really unprepared because like one of the tracks I wanted to play is on this record but on the CD version, it's not on the vinyl version. Silly me. Well, the artist in question was, let's see if anyone has started to name a few, but it was Public Enemy. Sorry, I'm missing so many of your messages. Yes.
There's something shifting in the distance. Don't
Hello,
know
Record
what
Hound.
it is. Days as dead as night. Except
Oh,
for
nice.
the feeling that's growing up inside of me as you sing your song, as you swing along, and it's your.
It's good also that your loved ones can disappoint sometimes.
It's the devil in me. Makes me stare at you as you twist
It's a shorter one.
along. Sing your song and you're
Oh no, okay,
sitting
yeah,
up
now I
to
see.
me and you're so close. I just wanna touch you and sing your song, and you don't know what's going on, but you wanna me to come along as you sing your song. You're fucking with me as you slither up to me.
See, this is
Your lips are
some of the most romantic music to me.
twisting at my insides and sing along. You're just a swinging man, isn't your swinging song? And now I don't know what you want, but you're looking at me and you're
Some of it,
falling
yes, if
around,
not much, but
twisting around.
I felt so very early on. I didn't even get the compilations back then.
I don't know what's going on.
But because Mark Fell and S&D is so much above the rest.
Swing your song, twisting your lungs.
Absolutely.
Either up to me, and it's gotta
No, that
be,
was
and I don't
SND.
What I
Alone.
do when you're looking at me with your big dark eyes.
Hello, Dory. Nice to see you.
Rubbing your body.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did. Quite some time ago. Hello, Paddy. Thank you. Japan, I don't think they have enough material throughout the decade. Same with crafts, but they're good. Both are good choices. Yeah, everything is exclusive to the box set. Yes, it's my favorite Sonic Youth track. There'll be so much more of that during the upcoming few streams. Queen Patti Smith or Queen and Patti Smith? I like the energy of Queen, to be honest. I don't listen to the music, but I don't think I think it's a good band. Patti Smith, not really. I don't hate it. It just doesn't do too much for me. Ouais, le Bomb Squad, c'est presque. I mean, their big album is from 1990, but yeah, they started in '87, Public Enemy, and well, in a way, yeah, that's not wrong. But according to the people here, the free band that really incarnate the 80s for us are Sonic Youth, Public Enemy, and by the way, here's the compilation with Mark Fell. Nice, cloudy, milk, weird vinyl. It's a double LP. And that Sonic Youth track from the Halloween EP, which was an EP that came out around the same time as Bad Moon Rising. If you bought Bad Moon Rising on CD, the song was included, I think. I guess it's because I knew I was going to play that I picked up the Soft Moon to start the stream with, as the Soft Moon is obviously indebted to that. I would be shocked if I was to learn they don't know about what I'm playing right now.
Zeit.
With this absolutely emblematic cover, which is basically an echo to Pink Floyd. And if Pink Floyd is one of the bands of the 70s, well, Einstürzen den Neubauten is definitely the 80s incarnate to me. I probably need to investigate her more. I prefer that version, actually. That's what I hoped you meant, Angela.
Zerstören die Städte.
Nah, my Valentine is not really an 80s band.
Macht sie im Erdboden
It's true. Ed, your suggestion, that was pretty funny. Pretty cool.
Was ich kriegen kann. Alles in mich rein. Gott! Süßer Kopf. Bitter,
So,
bitter und bitter.
weirdly enough, the person who won the competition is Batmanian. He had the best combination, according to me, about what is the 90s, the 80s are. And really, Neubauten, Sonic Youth and Public Enemy, just, yeah. I didn't think about it before, but if you think about it, like the bands who are the 80s and who influenced so much after in many ways, I think it's fair to say that it's a good trio. Oh, nice! Mark Schung, bass player of Einstürzen den Neubauten, who is now the head of GEMA, the German right holding company. So basically a very rich man. Did you work for GEMA, Platou? Halber Mensch. I thought I would play either. Maybe both. Yeah, you were one of the three on the podium, Ted. So you write me where you are, and maybe I'll manage to have something for you as well. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they're not necessarily the bands I listen to the most of the 80s by far, but yeah, I have every Neubauten record from the 80s, almost. Yeah, Sonic Youth up until and including Evil Can Do No Wrong to me, and Public Enemy. The first three albums are perfect. Oh yeah. Yeah, she definitely is, but I haven't found my door into her yet. The tunes of hers that like, oh, this is for me. I can imagine that it can get personal with it. Thank you, Dory. I'll make a point of giving it a proper listen. And by the way, the whole album collapsed by Einstein and Norbert, and it's just spectacular from start to end. It's not necessarily my favorite Neubauten album, but I know for most people that's the consensus that it's their best album, but yeah. See, Steve, for me this heat is more like late 70s, early 80s band. The Comber, well, now, yeah. But the influence of this heat is very, very potent, even if it's not very visible. Oh, you have to tell me more about that. The list that Sean sent me, by the way, was pretty good, but pretty scary in a way. It was very much in one direction. Well, the name of the band, if you don't understand German, Dory, is pretty much giving you that direction, as it means the collapsing buildings that are at the same time under construction. The under construction collapsing buildings. Ted, now, yeah, it gets some time to remember. But Ted, congratulations. Oh, for sure. But they're more of a single. I did a John Peel. Yeah, it's impossible, but if you have to afford that, it was a pretty good picture. There's infinity more, but I thought like really that one. Of course, I acknowledge that when I say that I'm forgetting about all the metal draw. Because the 80s is a decade of metal for sure, but maybe I want to forget about that. So I'm thankful for no one suggesting any metal band in their list. So I tell you, Ted, the actual list, because he didn't have these three, but I thought that, yeah, he was the closer one to something of a consensus and something personal as well. So let me find it. So Ted here suggested a list of 5 records. One was surprising, as his Sonic Youth recommendation was a live album, Walls Have Ears. The Gun Club, Fire of Love, totally 80s. Collapse, Einstein Neubauten, Public Image Limited, The Flowers of Romance, which features my second favorite Peel song, and Sun Ra, Beyond the Purple Star Zone, which is kind of outside. I don't know if Sunrise is an 80s figure, but at the same time, Space is the Place is such an 80s motto. So there you go. Congrats, Ted. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's quite an ongoing project. Yeah, I'm happy you enjoyed that. And well, there could only be one winner, but everyone did something interesting. Ah, and there's one more contest winner to be announced out of everyone who recommended to me a record that was either under my radar, unknown, or forgotten. And someone who I haven't seen yet tonight, who's been here with us only most recently, actually bought the record straight away, so I will be able to disclose what it is. There was a lot of good suggestions. I'll go quickly through them as we're listening right now to Åke Parmerud, Utringar. The A with the round circle above the letter is pronounced O in Swedish. Åke Parmerud, Utringar. One of his two main albums, according to me. Really, really solid avant-garde music. Still on the cheap, with lots of musique concrète techniques, electronics. He's really a big Renaissance man. Very interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. That's true. The Fall was... Someone had The Fall in their list. Yeah. That was... Yeah. Hello, Eddie. Nice to see you. Hello, Faust. Brandon. This one is... I believe you might be correct. It's either that or... No, it's actually... He has an album on Fylkingen, but this is on Tone Art. But it was probably recorded... No, this was recorded at EMS, Electron Music Studio in Stockholm. But it's totally Fylkingen music. Yeah, and the Y in Swedish is pronounced U. So, Tone Art. Hello, Anthony. So let me quickly tell you some of the nice suggestions I got from you guys. Yeah. Well, some I knew, but most I didn't. Hildegard Knef, I knew. Her album from 1970, self-titled, which is a great German song. Discogs says psychedelic soul jazz ballad vocal, soul pop. It's kind of all that, but it's very German. It's really cool. It's not at all like Nico, but yeah, it's got a deeper voice than regular pop music from the 60s, 70s. It's a record I will listen to again. There was who else? Yeah, someone recommended a CD I have actually from Spring Heel Jack featuring Matthew Shipp, Evan Parker, Jason Spaceman, William Parker, Han Benning. It's fantastic, stunning CD, filled to the to the edge of like free improvisation, electronic jazz. But it doesn't exist on vinyl, and I have it. But that was a good call. Someone suggested Gary. I don't remember who it was, but that was pretty funny. Like a random guy who did he did some work in music industry. It's like a pop rock, weird pop rock album from the 70s called Getting Down to Business. Not really my thing, but it was quite fun to listen to. 4D Man suggested the soundtrack of the Jerry Goldsmith Planet of the Apes soundtrack, which is very avant-garde for regular soundtrack of the 60s like that. It shows Jerry Goldsmith, yeah, okay, sure, we know him for the Hollywood stuff that is quite good, but he's not just a trained musician, composer. He is someone who studied the avant-garde and had to adapt to the market of his business, and did so by inserting ideas from Ligeti, Messiaen, a lot of people. So and that soundtrack is indeed fantastic. So thank you for reminding me of that, 4D. Someone suggested the album by Mew, Maurice Fulton's wife, that was released on the French Tiger Sushi label. And I remember when that album came out, and there was so much hype around it that I kind of like didn't take it seriously enough. But listening to it 20 years later, the drum programmation is amazing. And Nico here, are you still here, Nico? Seashell Live. Nico is quite close to that scene, and he would probably have some stuff to say about that album. But that first album by Mew, really, really good suggestion. Something that I'm considering getting again. Someone who came very, very close to winning is our own Marius Stark. He's definitely on the second step on the podium, because he reintroduced me earlier this year to an album that is really intriguing to me, that I'm considering getting, but I'm going back and forth because it's not a cheap record, not super expensive, but I'm not totally sure about it yet. And he suggested a pianist, a young pianist from his homeland, Poland, that I indeed had no idea about. Ania Rani, which I think is shortening for Hania Raniszewska. And although there is some stuff, some overproduction on some tracks, I like her approach to the sound of piano and her melody. So that was a good introduction. But the winner, no, there were some more actually. Let me double check I don't forget anyone. Oh yeah, someone recommended an album from Switzerland, a psych album from the 70s that is very nice and totally unaffordable, by the name of Schill, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, it was Dmitry who suggested this band called Schill, Rebarbary Feeling. Really cool 1970 Switzerland psych rock album. Now I realize that I fucked up a little bit because Pinup suggested an album as well, but I didn't take it as a suggestion. There's a bunch of others that I knew already, but the winner is Que Lili, with a record that would have ended up on my radar eventually, but that no, not until now at all. And that is a band on Cherry Red called A Tent, who only have one record called 6 Empty Places, which I'll play in a couple of weeks when I get it, because it's a very interesting album. I'm not. There was nothing that really got me like wow, but after 5 tracks of like this is interesting, I thought I'm not listening to the rest. I'm just ordering it. So thank you, Kuli Lili, if you're here, get in touch with me and you win a prize. You win record. Hello 808, you were quite close of winning the previous competition as well. You were on the podium as well, but Bat won in the end, or Ted. Oh, okay, I see. Bonne nuit, Pinap. Bonsoir. Yeah. Yeah, like both, like Utringer and this one are fantastic. Maybe I play Cosmic Echo next week. Ah, shit, I didn't know. Yeah, I have. They're in the house. Yeah. So what do you think, Nico? It's an album, like the rhythms on this one are so... They're good. They haven't aged bad at all. And most of the music like that is kind of on the verge of being... what do they call that? Was that Electroclash? I mean, it looked like an Electroclash album, even if it... Like when I listen to it right now, it's not. Of whom? Are we talking about Marnie? Hello, Jose. Hope you're alright, my friend. Yeah, okay, yeah. See? Here he is. Yeah, get in touch with me, Kali Lili, on Instagram, can you? Or otherwise we'll figure it out. But congratulations. Thank you for recommending me that record. It's alright, not must-have to me. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. I mean, Maurice Fulton is great, but this one was quite different from what he used to do back then, from my experience. Oh, Maze is my favorite OK Palmer record by far. It's this one is on Fulkingen. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. This is still OK Palmer, by the way. Huh? And by the way, 4D Man, I promise you, somewhere else, there will be some Beatles tonight. I know, I'm sorry for everyone else, but it's a pretty cool track. So the band, I mean, he will Kulilili. You can write it in the chat here, like so everyone gets it. It's called A Tent. A Tent. Let me write it. And it's the only album of this project. Oh yeah, you're putting ideas in my head. He's actually, I think he would be up for it, no problem. I'm your incestuous child, and 4D is your muse. Okay. No, I never claimed anything of the sort. It's people who think that because you listen to that, you can't listen to the Beatles. It's so opposite. And I hope I've shown many times over time that it's a silly postulate. If you look at like, and if you've watched the interview I did with Jean Schwartz, who's a master of music like that, the Beatles were the only band of rock and roll that had some that he liked, and he even loves them. So they have some amazing balance between interest in sound design and songwriting melodies. So yeah, I have that compilation. Oh yeah, well, that's why, yeah. Yeah, I have, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I played that compilation last week. Well, que lili, which literally means in French, what does Lily read? Which is, yeah. Okay. Now this track, I dedicate this to our friend Chris Cole, John Coltrane 69. I'm always confused with numbers when people have them in their name. But Chris Cole, he's going through a rough patch right now. It's looking a little more positive in the past couple of days, apparently. So that's good. But if you're watching or if you were listening, this is for you, Chris. I'm sure you know this. Normal music, yeah. This is a very intense record by someone. I'll play some more of this musician because I just got this. It's a record that I had to take a chance on. And it's quite different from all the other records I have of his. Oh, I haven't caught that. Like on the inner sleeve of the OK Parmerid record, there is a reproduction of a telegram from the GMEB, which is the Bourges Groupe de Musique Expérimentale. It's like a big avant-garde experimental music institution center who awarded him the first prize ex aequo to the Bourges competition, yeah, in It doesn't say the date here. Yeah. Well. Salut Radio Gnome. Thank you. Well, you're not in luck. I'll say that. Thank you, Sean, Vinyl Dreamscape, for leaving a tip in the coffee jar. That's when, like halfway through the stream now. Oh, time flies by. That's when I remind you, if you're watching this after the stream, the live streaming, you can leave a comment in the comment section. It's always nice. You can leave a thumbs up. Even now, you guys, it's always appreciated. And you can support the channel by leaving a tip to your DJ of the night. Last week was amazing, so I don't expect everyone to do as, like every week as good, as great as last week, but it's always possible. What are we listening to right now? We're listening to Bob Moses and Billy Martin, Drumming Birds, East Side, which is a very strange drum album, obviously. But I'll play some more of this. Like, this track is like just a sample treasure chest. Treasure trove, and you can hear there's some live treatment of the drums that is quite cool. But there's some tracks on this that also go, you'll see, way more experimental than that. Marcos, thank you for leaving a tip. Merci, mon ami. Ah, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, great drummer, and I believe this album is fairly under the radar. Like, that's not one of the... I mean, most of his records as a solo artist or as a main artist are not really big on people's mind, but this record is super cheap and goes into like quasi-industrial sounds, really unusual music, especially for the time. Or maybe not, actually. Maybe it is. This was released in 1987, by the way. I will play. I promise you, if you stay till the end, I have something special. Can you already hear like the tape cut up? That's quite unusual for a percussion album. Yes, I have it in the main house. Absolutely. I'll show it to you. Salut Rich. Salut les cacahuètes. The cacahuètes are the peanuts in French. Which is a very funny word. Huh? Oh, hello Time Monitor. Thank you for pointing that out. Rumble in the Jungle is the track we're listening to right now, which is doesn't sound like anything from a jazz record, right? But it's pretty cool. Nice. You have the original of that one? If you have it, come on, then I'll put you on screen, Dom. Oh, yeah. Well, we share some info, and there's some stuff coming for sure. Yeah, it's an expensive record. Feedback is basically il gruppo di improvvisazione nuova consonanza breaking their own rules of the rule in the music of this band where Ennio Morricone was one of the leaders was that you would never repeat anything, never repeat a phrase. There would be no repetition, musical repetitions. The feedback breaks that rule. It's kind of like a funk record. Yeah, I traded that for some really some records I still miss, to be honest. Oh, the reissue is pricey as well. Okay. Yeah, so cheap record. What's not to love? Like a drum record that actually surprises. I know Alex loves his percussion records, so maybe he already knows that one. But yeah, so the instrumentation, Bob Moses and Billy Martin played drum set, talking drums, surdo drum, repinque, pandiero, gonza, humdrums, conga bongos, drum machines, DX7, TX816, and vocals. Recorded by Bill and Martin at Beat World Studios, Cluster in New Jersey, 1987. And this was released in Germany. Now I'm playing a record I haven't played in a long time because it didn't strike me too much when I first got it. It's a record by three musicians I love: Bob Moses, Steve Kuhn, and Sheila Jordan. Yeah, lots of flanging, and the drum machine was present there, as you could hear. But I think either it's just a drum machine that is so raw, or there was some tape splicing. Cheap anonymous record, Steve Kuhn quartet with Harvey Schwartz, Bob Moses, and Sheila Jordan on ECM.
Every time I lift my glass, people laugh at me. Won't you tell me how to behave? You smile, look in my eyes. That's all I ask of you.
I played that Sheila Jordan album with Ariel Nielsen, and a couple of weeks ago, I think. That was fantastic.
As my head is clear most of the time, all I ask of you
I like that idea. If you can enforce it, Marius, let's do it. Yeah, he was at it. Yeah. Yeah, he's more of like a session drummer, live drummer, tour drummer. I think, didn't I played this record of his like a while ago? You guys tell me. This is my favorite record of his. By far. I would guess that is his magnum opus. It's a nice little record, this one. Like really classic modern jazz vocal cabaret jazz that has its more free moments. It's definitely got this, Jose's gonna hate me now, but this Latin feeling. Maybe we play more Latin music. Ryan, thank you Ryan for leaving a very nice tip in the coffee jar. Merci mon ami. I remember earlier on another stream, Peter from Germany was there and was telling us that he's going to get more patient in finding his grails. Like he will take time. Maybe he can wait a year instead of getting the reissue. Next record is a record I got probably about 15 years ago, but I had been looking for 10 years before I found it. Jose, you're gonna like this one, huh? Cuban record, Juan Blanco, Contemporaneos. Juan Blanco is probably the most celebrated avant-garde electronic music composer from Cuba, which says very little because there's very few. On the Egrem Erto State label. No, not Juan Marcos Blanco. Juan Blanco. Juan Marcos Blanco is his son, who did some decent stuff, but not nearly as good as Juan Blanco. So as you can see, Cuban production values. This is paper, which we have to thank Robert Kennedy for, right? It's not the best pressing ever, but it is what it is. Yeah, yes, papa. Hello, Dobbs. Hello, Jefferson. Yeah, that was Steve Kuhn, the pianist player. You know, you're just well, do you have any of these records? Because like the son, he did an album which is kind of cheesy, to be honest. He's got like these synthesizer sounds from the 80s that like coming straight up from, there's almost no Slater. It's like no sound treatment. It's just him doing music with a keyboard. But this, I mean, there's a chance you can find like the music on YouTube. This is the more orchestral track of the album. There's 4 tracks. I'm sure you're talking about the Steve Kuhn album rather than this one. Salut Brad. I don't know if you noticed, I checked your drawings. Some nice drawings, man. I'll take another copy of that for 50 if it's in good shape. Not every day, huh? Cuban original pressing, only pressing. Buscando en la madrugada a otros niños para darles la luz más clara del alba, la flor roja de tu sangre. When I found it, I think it was in 2000, probably 10. I was expecting to pay at least $200 for it, and I got it for 70, so I was pretty happy. You have to know what you like, because there's a lot of ECM that is great, but not for me. I don't want a single Keith Jarrett record in my home, for instance. Oh, nice. Me too. But if you got them in like better condition, we'll have to talk again. Bye bye, Ted. Nice to see you. And yeah.
Sueño largo y profundo.
Yeah, no worries. I was wondering actually if you have two accounts, because there's two Brad Thiel on Instagram, and one is followed by Marnie. If Marius knows who I'm talking about, like a Californian artist, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll let it play a little bit of the more electronic music on it. There you go. There's a reason why music always played a strong part in politics. Isn't it interesting, though, that in the past, like 20 years, what can you guys think of any political movement, cause, or struggle that really was fueled with or by music? It's easy in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s. But now, is there anything you can think of spontaneously? Salut Toto. Let's do it, Roberto. You and me. (808) always waiting for midnight, huh? What do you mean already? It's my job. I mean, get Trance, his first album on ECM. That's... Nah, you're not. You're lying, Rufan. Was Brexit supported by music? What music was supported Brexit, Liam? I bet it was some horrible stuff that even the Brexiters want to forget. Yeah, that's a good point, Steve. I would agree with that. Original popular art, maybe. You could make a case for that. Art, no. But, yeah, in a way, like meaningful, relevant art to the world, maybe, yeah. Yeah, that's that's tolerable. But the current concert is probably my number one nightmare record with The Wall. No, it's not, Stefan. There is really like a monotony to that record that is absolutely mesmerizing. I might have it here, because you'll still be there. You won't be sleeping at midnight, Rufan. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I mean, if we go in details, of course, he's a good musician. It's just that the minimalism he kind of heralded was like, a step back for me. Not that I have anything against minimalism, but his own brand of minimalism. Yeah, that's video game took over. And not just video games, so many things. All right. I'm sure I would agree with you guys, with Jefferson and Stefan. That's the thing. If we have to get political, communism in Poland, in Russia, in France, in Sweden, they were all different, all very different. So it's a loaded debate because we have to specify which communism, which socialism implemented socio-economical doctrine. Because in each country it would have same name but very different implementation. So yeah, this was made in Cuba in the 60s, late 60s. Just the fact that we have records to remember that, rare records about it, just figuring out the mindset of like making this music in almost a vacuum. Yeah, that's quite something to me. That gets me really, passionate. We're listening to the track called Galaxia M15.
Nosotros.
And now we're falling in love.
Sueños. Eternidad. Soles. Signos. Espacios. Siempre. Jamás. 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 Amor. Amor.
Bonne nuit, Liam. You're missing the Beatles then. Yeah, well, I know. Diversity, that's what makes us richer, isn't it?
Sueños. Sueños. Sueños.
And you know, Jefferson, that's why I can't get past. I can't get into Michael Jackson after the Jackson or the Jackson 5. No. That's how a Cuban record looks like. It's not too well. It is kind of flimsy, but not too much. I've seen much worse from Cuba. I think everyone would probably agree with that. Hello, Cannes victims, 1876. Yeah, the voice was amazing. I'm glad you liked it, Nicolas. All right, ease up, ease up, Dubs. So what are we listening to now? You know, when people are all about the past, when artists still create, but they created something so fascinating and so alien for us that we can only take so much. I'm reading you, by the way, Jose and Marius, but if you keep it cordial, that's totally fine. Salut, bonne soirée, Anthony. Now that's funky, huh? Isn't it? The horn should tell you who it is. I'm sure it did, Marcos. There you go. Absolutely. Fortunately for the world, Mulatu's musicians did not stop with Mulatu. This is a double album from 2009? 2009, yeah. You can hear it's more modern than the stuff from the 60s. But yeah, this is a new studio recording from the 2000s that came out on Strut. I haven't checked, but I assume this is completely overlooked, even by most people who are obsessed with the two Mulatu Atsake originals. Astake. Oh, nice. I love Mike Huckabee. Yeah, absolutely. But this is not too shabby either. Yeah, and what's funny is that it's got like this drumming that is so not the 60s, 70s mulatu. It's almost got like kind of mid-beat manifesto groove, which is which works quite fine actually. But really, if you would say this is a mid-beat manifesto record with jazz musicians, like I think everyone would believe that. Merci Rosé, à plus tard. So now music from the Eastern Bloc. We went to Cuba, now to Zagreb. And I believe, Roberto, that Madlib would even sample that, because the sounds are so incredible on that record. When I started to DJ music concrète with house music in the late 90s, that was probably the record I used the most to play with house music, because it just brings like more psychedelia to the global aesthetic of whatever you're doing, even if it's really stark and dramatic. So this is Ivo Malek, 3L, Luminitude, Lumina, Lead. Wait, did you? Oh, okay. Because when I said Zagreb, yeah. Stefan, you're still pretty good, huh? Yeah, I think it's pretty affordable. Absolutely. Yeah, the bass on that record was really, really effective. Yeah, it's a pretty dope cover. And as I was saying that I used to play this a lot with like Chicago House during live DJ sets. I won't play a house track next, but it's soon disco time, right? 808. And last week we played some drum and bass. And as Marcos was mentioning, we're going to some pretty sick drum and bass. The intensity on this one, yeah. I hadn't listened to that in like a couple of years. I forgot how much I love this record. Ivo Malek, he traveled to France in 1955 from Zagreb. Was possible, where he met Pierre Schaeffer the founder of Musique Concrète and the GRM, and that was a revelation for him. And he managed to stay in France for a while and go back and forth. No. I was saying I used to play this in a house music set, DJ sets. Not as the main track, but you'll get it soon. But it is for me. It's like Ottaker from the 60s. It's just some of the most intense music I know of. Like when people talk about Xenakis in terms of intensity, Ivo Malek is up there as well. Oh well. Record needs a little bit of cleaning, huh? Yeah. The GRM guys were hired by a lot of French institutions to create sounds and music for public environments, both in the world around us and on TV, on radio. So that was very... Yeah, that's probably why us French people from this generation have a little bit of an edge or something, whatever that is. And now... Rolonken is less pure electronics. Ooh, you're bringing back memories. Nope. Even before. This marvelous cane, Guinness Punch, was only released as a white label test pressing, which is why I paid quite a lot to get this. It got reissued a couple of years ago, I believe, as a 12-inch. But the track you want to look for is Marvelous Cane, Guinness Punch. Yeah, and that's a homemade generic sleeve. And that is my absolute favorite drum and bass track ever. I have many, but this one is really... There's no contest. blue, yeah. Thank you, Rosan. The first Omni Trio album would be really good, really good. But the best is on EPs, absolutely. Drum and bass is not an album style. There are some great albums, but and you still have Ivo Malek in the background. See what I mean now? Là-dessus, bar. You can hear suddenly in the background at times the concrete sounds emerging. It's funny you mentioned these guys, Son of Hands victims, because Panacea was kind of, he was dark step. I have most of his records here actually. The EPs on the Position Chrome was kind of drum and bass that drum and bass didn't respect, and David Christian from Canada was more IDM, but with like some jungle vibes sometimes. And Speedy G, I'm not sure, but I love that you make these connections. Yeah, it's the drum programming on this is just some of the best I've ever heard, or really that talks to me at least. So as you can see, it came out as a white label test pressing or promo, handwritten, no other information. But yeah, that was a record that I sought out for years and years until I could find a semi-affordable copy. When they reissued it, they must have done I don't know where the source was, but it's probably a needle drop from this. You know what, Ed? It's him trying to stay relevant, and he almost succeeds. For me, it doesn't work. It's not something I could play in a club. But I have the remixes of that by Dom and Roland, Source Direct, I believe. I've DJed for quite a few New Year's Eve parties. I'll have you know. I've even played. I played at Fabric in London for New Year's Eve twice. That was something. So this is when I remind people again, one last time maybe, or next to the end, that you can always leave a comment to the video, or if you're not watching this while it's happening, it's always appreciated and fun. And you can leave a thumbs up to the video. I don't see the count here, but even people who are here who haven't, you can please consider leaving a thumbs up. It's always nice. And if you can afford it and you want to support or tip your DJ of tonight or today, you can always leave a tip in the coffee jar. This first link in the description of the video. No, Stefan, don't give orders. Ask nicely. Lala, dubstep artist, remix by James Blake. It's a white label. Isn't that a wonderful track? Gentle, whimsical, and then epic. Salut Eric.
Take 2, insert 3. Okay, ready, rolling. Take 4.
Yeah, so this was released only as a white label, one-sided, I think. Yeah, it's pretty cool. James Blake remix.
Okay, insert 2.
Rose.
Probably some of my top 5 James Blake tracks, maybe top 3.
Luxembourg. Lux.
Hey, Doogie Fresh.
Okay, ready.
And going back to politics then, huh?
Ball start.
Can music be
Luce.
a political actor of society? Go back to Ilan Mimaroglu from the beginning.
Louise Michel.
Composition of agit-prop music for electromagnetic tape by Ilan Mimaroglu.
Angèle.
On folkways.
A.
Ball start.
A.
Tract. Wonderful artwork.
Angela. David.
By shouting the name of the Turkish.
Ange of Dark.
Ready. Okay, insert 2. Okay, the section then starts.
Jeanne.
Take 4.
Jeanne of
Hey, Zenith.
Jane. Of
Yeah, that's true. I had forgotten about that.
Dark. And then there was that woman who was to be sent to the gallows because she wanted justice and equality for all. In the government offices, in the police stations,
1972.
and in the prisons, she has been harassed, humiliated, abused,
It means
beaten,
it's a
raped,
collage,
tortured.
Roberto. That
Then
Ilan
she was
is
brought
splicing
before
together
judges who
different
represented
parts that could
kind
not
of
be created
justice
live altogether.
that only illustrates
Or
fact.
that it's an aesthetic choice because it creates some very specific dynamics.
And before the sentence was pronounced, she was asked whether she had anything to
He
say.
obviously isn't.
She would
would
perhaps
know.
have cried like a child in agony.
Hello, Ravi.
when
Nice
the
to see you.
hangman would call her name.
Yeah, that's
There,
fine.
spitting to the faces of the judges.
He's being cheeky, but it's not very funny, I agree.
She said,
Jusqu'à la 7e génération, nous allons mourir en combattant, mais votre mort sera différente.
Your descendants will be considered as traitors up to the 7th
On
generation.
l'amena devant ses juges
Your
qui
death will
représentent
be
cette sorte de
different.
justice créée.
Traitors up to the 7th generation.
Cette femme condamnée
We shall die fighting.
On l'amena devant ses juges qui représentent cette sorte de
Your
justice.
descendants will be considered as traitors up to the
Cette
7th
sorte de
generation.
justice créée par la traiteurs.
Traitors up to the 7th generation.
Et cette femme
Your death will be different. We shall die fighting.
I will. Hello, Queen Davis.
Generation. Your death will be different.
Now that's enough, Dubs, okay? I know you can behave, so do that. Thank you.
Don't you know that exercise keeps things moving right across the USA? Keep up the good work. Greatest hits of all time.
Yeah, it's really a cool, fun record. Which one is it today? No, I don't have that. The name sounds familiar for some reason. And not just because it's 1969. Yeah, I love this record.
Damn.
I wanna be a superstar. I
Look at those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn face, hips, eyes, look at that face, look at those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn face, eyes, face, look at those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn face, hips, look at that face, look at those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn face, hips, eyes, face, look at those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn.
Cheers up. Have a good, nice
Hips,
New Year's Eve.
eyes, look at that face, look at those eyes.
And play me some of that guitar sometime.
Face, damn,
Yeah, that's not nice.
hips. Look at that face, look at those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn face, hips, eyes,
Absolutely.
look at them hips, look at them damn. Look at that face, look at those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn. Those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn face, hips,
It's
eyes, look at that face, look at those eyes, look at them hips, look at them damn
quite difficult to put this one in a
eyes, face, look at those eyes, look at them
in a box.
damn face, hips.
I think it's the first EP from this band who went on to do some very, very commercial stuff, not really good. It's called My New Lang. I'll show you the label. Yeah, let's try to behave. Exactly. You knew about them? Yes.
Damn.
For me, this is like bass music, which garage is kind of part of. But I don't know, there's enough minimalism in this to really get me. This is for the dancers. Yeah. But this is electro. This is techno, garage. Maybe it's hip hop in a way. Wait, are you normal DJ? There's an artist called DJ Normal or something like that. He's pretty good actually. Yeah, this is great. No, don't shut up, Rufa. That's fine. I mean, Steven got bullied today a little bit online by who was it? Vinyl Richie or something like that. So I don't know. Robbie, that's worse. It will be fine now, Steven. Don't worry. We're almost finished anyways. Neo, Italo Disco, Electronica. Should I say more? Hey Russell, nice to see you. Ah, you were telling Stevan, okay. Yeah, this is a pretty fun track. A fun album. This is on the Nature label, which was co-helmed by Marco Passarini. Great techno guy. Electro techno. From Italy, from the Roma scene. Second wave of Roma. Yeah, I can imagine that could be a little bit awkward. It's a good record. It's a fun, underrated album. When it came out, I think it didn't really have a clear audience. Wait a second, Rich. Wait. So I hope everyone had fun, and I hope it will be okay, Stevan. Because this is the last tune of my streams for 2023. So I hope 2023 will leave us some good memories. Lots of bad ones around us, that's for sure. But if I helped some of you guys to have some good vibes during this year, I'm happy. I did well.
Don't get too tired for love. Don't let it end. Don't say goodnight to love. It may never be the same again.
This is how it should look tomorrow for you guys.
Say it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight. Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything.
The extended version.
Say goodnight tonight. Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight.
Basically a dub version of Good Night Tonight. I hope so. Hello, Jason. Merci Nico, toi aussi. Et merci pour ton WeTransfer. Je t'en reparlerai. God the door, Vivam.
Don't say goodnight tonight. Don't get too cold for love. Don't pass it by.
This is one proof again that Maca rules.
Too old for love.
He seriously does.
It's a feeling that may never die.
So tonight, I have
Don't say it. Don't say it.
to thank
Say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Marius, Marcos,
Don't
Sean,
say goodnight tonight.
Ted,
Don't say it.
Thomas,
Don't say
and
it.
someone else
You can say
for leaving a tip in the
Don't
coffee
say
jar.
goodnight
Thank you guys and
tonight.
Happy New Year. Yeah, it's not the version you have on the album. Hola, Aris. I mean, come on. Does the Beatles have anything as funky as this?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight. Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything. Don't say goodnight tonight. Don't say it. Don't say it. Say anything, but don't say goodnight tonight.
Salut, Vinopen. Sure is. And now it gets almost Jamaican.
Oh no, no, no.
Exactly. Who knew Maca was that experimental, huh? If I started to play the track there, who would have figured out instantly this was Maca? Merci et tout. get in touch with me so I get we figure out how a way to get your records. Stage. But you didn't have all the extended goodies that you have now on the 45, right? Hello, Christopher! So long!
Don't get too
Comes right at the end. Yeah,
Don't
you did.
let it end. Don't say goodnight to love. It's a feeling that may never end. Don't say goodnight. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Super cheap record, obviously. You recommend. Like a $5 record, even.
Say anything. Don't say goodnight. Don't say it. Don't say it. You can say anything. Don't say goodnight. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say goodnight.
Yeah, that's it. With singing, producing, and making the music. Bye bye. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye. Bonne année.